Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Natepushweights back here with another video for you guys. And I'm going to be talking about Photoshop and the needs of Photoshop and everything that, you YouTubers want to know about designs and just putting up a great thumbnail for your YouTube video. Your YouTube video, you're going to want it to stand out. So in some way, you would have to make a good thumbnail for people to click on your video and just basically bring them to your video. There's a lot of things you can do with this stuff. Now I want to point out that I have a bunch of thumbnails already created that are just displaying on the screen currently right now. They are thumbnails of video games, and that's what I like to do, as you guys know. Yeah, go to my YouTube channel and check out my other videos if you would like to see them as well, obviously. Uh, yeah, but I just got a lot of different stuff, and it's basically what I do. To put up a quick and simple thumbnail, I would just take an image from the game that I am capturing. Well, not an image, just capture an image, snap an image from the game that I am capturing, and I will stick it on the thumbnail. That is a huge, huge thing that you must do when it comes to putting thumbnails up. I would say it's a huge thing for video games. Not really like, if you're doing like, I don't know, maybe like you're just trying to send out a message or say, you need text. You need your text to look very cool. Okay, you need the text to look, cool, as in it'll catch the person's eye. That's all about, graphic design, really. I mean, I'm a graphic designer, so I know about this stuff, and I know how to catch the person's eyes and all that good stuff, and just getting the audience's attention. That's all. That's what you need to do when it comes to graphic design. Another thing is just staying consistent. You kind of wanna show people that you have your designs are your designs. Now, for instance, if you go and look at Ali A, you know that his thumbnail, he uses a lot of big text, and like he'll also incorporate himself. Like he'll take a picture of himself and include that into his thumbnails, which is very creative on his part. You'll notice with me, sometimes I would put my little red striped banner on the side of my thumbnails. That's something that I, thought would be a nice little thing to condone in. But yeah, everything you see in Photoshop is basically Photoshop. So you'll see an image of somewhere put onto, a certain object or whatever, blah blah blah. You'll see it put onto something that makes the image stand out. That's what it's all about. But I'm gonna get into the video and basically just show you how to do this stuff, guys. It's really simple once you know what you're doing. It's really, really simple. So let's get into it. Here we go. Okay, so you're gonna wanna go into a new file. Just click new file. Let's give it a name. First thing, let's give it a name. I'm gonna show you guys how to actually do things in a Photoshop. But this is a kind of like a simple tutorial on how to make a thumbnail. So this simple tutorial on how to make a thumbnail will teach you how to do this. Just the beginner stage, just showing you guys. But first thing you want to do, yes, you want to make a name. Let's name it Beginner's Photoshop. That's cool. Beginner's Photoshop will be good. Alright. Alright. Now, one thing you guys need to know is the standard the standard size for a thumbnail is 1280p by 720. Okay? So your width must be 1280 by 720 pixels. And you're going to want your orientation of your artboard to be horizontal. Not vertical, It will not look right on vertical because, you know, thumbnails for YouTube are always horizontal. So you're definitely going to want these sizes. Your resolution is, you know, the definition of how good your thumbnail is going to look. So I mean, if you have a 640 resolution, which I believe is the best in pixels, that's kind of like 1080. I think, I'm not sure. That's kind of like 1080p. So having a good resolution is at 640. I highly recommend having 640 pixels as your resolution. Okay. RGB color, you know, RGB is, you know, the standard, you know, for Photoshop and stuff, but RGB 32-bit, you're definitely going to want RGB 32-bit for your color modes. Background contents, white, black, or background color. Okay? And there's also transparent. Now, I don't really want to get into this to confuse you guys a little bit, but, you know, the transparency means there's no background. Transparent, obviously you guys probably knew that already. There's no background. Advanced options, you don't really need to know anything about this. Don't worry about it, guys. Yeah. But basically, when you know, click create, you'll have a custom recent item, you know, just to click on it next time you want to make another document and stuff. So yeah. So yeah, let's get created. So first things first, this comes up. You get your whiteboard, you get your little artboard right here. The size that you want it. Really simple, really simple, really simple. You never know. But yeah, little simple thing right there. But alright, let's see. Okay, we got tools on the side of here. All the way on the left there's tools. You got your move tool. You got your lasso tool, crop tool, spot healing, blah blah blah. All these other tools that you guys do not know what the hell it is. But your move tool is your tool that you move your objects with. Don't worry about that message. Your move tool, let's say if I wanted a background on here. Say if I wanted a simple background. Okay? So this is what I'm going to do. I can either go into Google Images. I can either go into Google Images and search backgrounds. Okay? And I can pick a background. Let's say if I wanted to do this. I wanted to use this background because it's, you know, nice. A little nice background. I can either save it or I can copy image. I'm going to copy the image because I don't want to store anything on my thing. Matter of fact, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save this image. You know why? Because it's not going to come as its true definition if I don't save it. So I'm going to save this image. And I'm going to save it to the desktop, you know, because it's right there. I could either make a folder and put it there. I can make a new folder and, you know, I can make a new folder and just put it there. But I'm going to save it to my desktop. And when I save it to my desktop, it's going to be right there. It's going to be right there when I save it to my desktop. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place. I'm going to go to File, Place. And I'm going to go to my desktop, simply. And I'm just going to place this image right here. There you go. Now, it didn't come out as, you know, 1280 by 720 or whatever. So what I want to do is I want to pull these and I want to stretch them. I'm not worried about the size and distortion and me stretching the photo or anything like that. So I stretched it. Now it's on my screen. Now I hit enter, and you know it goes away. You know I'm able to move my thing with my move tool. Now this is going to be my background of my image. This is going to be the background of my thumbnail, to be exact. Now what I'm going to want to do here next, since I have a background, I want to figure out how I want to display another thing to show that I am doing a Photoshop tutorial for my thumbnail. Now, Photoshop has an image like this. That means Photoshop. That's what Adobe uses for their image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto Google Images and just type in Photoshop logo. Photoshop logo. Photoshop logo. Now, this is the logo for Photoshop. You know, it's been changing over the years, but this is what they've been using. Okay? Just a simple thing. So what I'm going to want to do is copy. Go back to Photoshop. Go back to Photoshop, edit, paste. Okay, now it's way too big. Way too big. Way too big. So what you're gonna want to do is edit, transform. When things are way too big, you want to transform them into a different size. And in order to do that, you have to shrink it. Okay? So while you're doing this, this will shrink it. This little tool will shrink it. You're gonna hold Shift for PC, Windows to be exact, and you're just gonna hold Shift, and you're gonna just keep moving it in, and it'll shift. It'll transform to its proportion to be exact. It'll transform right to its proportion. Okay? Fix it a little bit there. But yeah, it'll transform right to its proportion. You get it the size you want it. Voila, Photoshop. You got your little Photoshop little logo thingy. Certainly, I probably shouldn't have did a red background because the red background is just not matching with this color. But whatever, I'm just giving you a little tutorial, whatever. You guys know that, color coding is very important. But, okay. So, yeah, I got my little Photoshop thing. Like I said again in the beginning, all it is placing wherever you guys really want it. Just put it where you want it. Like I said again, this is a beginner's tutorial, so it's not gonna be. I'm not gonna go crazy into it like I do with my stuff, masking stuff and taking things out, putting things in. This is very simple. Okay. So next, I'm gonna want to. What do I want to do next? What could make this even better? Well, I would think making text, including text in here would be, a smart thing to do. Now, I use a site called Dafont, DAFONT, and it's basically a font site where you can go and change your fonts and get better fonts, whatever. They make fonts basically. So simple font I want to use. Let's just use. Let me write something out. Photoshop. See, that's a that's a cool looking font, but I'm not gonna do it for this tutorial. Not really relevant. Let's just use Call of Duty font, whatever. All right. Like I said, just go on that site and you can find fonts that you like and suit you better. But for this tutorial, I'm just gonna do this font. Photoshop. Okay? Let's make another one that says beginners. Beginners Photoshop. Now, what you're gonna know this because making a big text will really benefit you because people will be able to see it and read it better on their computer. You gotta remember, when people are going down looking for videos, whatever, they're gonna want to see what the thumbnail says. They're not gonna want to see little letters in the video, and them barely being able to view what the letters say. So you're gonna want to have big letters, and you're gonna want it to stand out. So beginners Photoshop, something simple. Now it's kind of standing out. It's popping a little bit. It's not great, but it's doing its thing. So what you're gonna want to do next to make this text really pop and really look good is you're gonna want to put some little design. Not a design, but put some little jazz into it. So here we go. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over here. This is kind of like our layers panel. Our layers panel is controls. Our layers panel controls many things like locking the layer, blah blah blah, selecting a move tool, locking the layer, blah blah blah. You can do many things. Change the opacity of this layer. If I don't want you to see it, you're not going to see it on 0. You know, you guys get the gist. Okay? But for this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to change the way this looks in depth. Just this layer. Here we go. Now you got your layer styles. Once you double click on this. Next you're gonna want to change the stroke. If you want this to really stand out. So change the stroke. The stroke is the outer layer part of the text or of your object. This will make it stand out. Okay, guys. This will really make your text, whatever, everything stand out. If you change the stroke, if you increase the stroke of the object, it will make it stand out. I promise you guys. I really do. Okay, so what do you guys want to do is you guys want to go and, you know, just fill it out a little bit. You know, just get your little nice touch. So you guys want to find your sweet spots. Find what you think would look cool. Okay? So this text could be noticeable, you know. Okay, so go. You can change the position of the stroke to be outside, center, which is kind of iffy. Inside, you can make the stroke look inside. I personally like outside because it just makes the text pop. You could change the blend mode. The blend mode will just change kind of like colors and just different stuff, you know. It's not really a big deal. It's a big deal when I want to say like images and objects you try to, you know, do layer styles with. But, you know, we're just going to keep this to normal, okay? Color. You can have it look like a gradient, which is really unique. A pattern. And a color. We're just going to keep it as a color because I'm just going to do this simple. This is not rocket science or anything like that. You can change the color, as you guys can see, over here. Change if I want it purple, if I want it black, if I want it blue, if I want it, I don't know what color that is, cyan or whatever. Green, yellow, you know, I can change the color. However best suits me. So I'm going to keep it black. Okay. Inner shadow. Inner shadow is the inner shadow of the layer, okay? So this is my text layer. I wrote a text. Inside this layer we'll have a shadow, which is pretty cool. You know, it's pretty cool. I'm going to keep it to normal. You know, I can change the angles of how I want the shadow to look, which is really cool. So yeah, just something simple. Something simple for you guys. I can move it. Can make the distance over here. I can make the shadow more in, like, yeah, it just changes. I can make it blurry. Looks blurry a little bit there, but I'm just gonna keep it simple. I can change the size. I can make it look like that. I can make it darker inside, but, you know. And again, I can change the color. I want it red. I got red. That looks pretty cool, I guess. Not too bad, but, you know, it's alright. But, purple. Whatever. You guys get it. If I wanted to really stand out, I'd use purple. People are like, oh, look at that purple, you know, text thing. I want to click on it. Not really, but whatever. If I want to use blue to make it stand out with the thing, I would certainly just go right here. Now this thing, this little object right here, the little cursor that I have, it looks like a little water drop thingy. It is called a color picker. I can literally pick any color on the screen that I already have to resemble that color right here. It's cool. I really enjoy that one. Because there's going to be colors that you guys don't know. That's, you know, a color of an image or whatever. And you guys don't know. You want to use this color picker to pick that color automatically because you're going to want it, you're going to want your color scheme to look the same. So that's really handy. This is a really handy tool for you guys. I really hope you guys could use this when you guys, you know, place your images and stuff because it's really going to help you out. Right now, I want to use... I'll use the blue because the blue looks really cool. Now I got my blue. I got my blue. Okay, I'm not gonna go anywhere crazier. Okay, I could include a drop shadow. Now, as you guys can see now, this drop shadow just made my background of my text layer darker in the background. It's like a little shadow, just like it says, drop shadow. Okay, I can change, you know, the way the angle is on the shadow as well. You know, you guys know this stuff. You can change the distance. It doesn't really do anything for me to help me out, but you know, I'm gonna keep it right there. Spread it out a little bit. You know, you guys see it. You guys get it. You guys get it. Change the size. Yeah. No, I don't want that, but yeah, you guys get it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna. Do I like the drop shadow? I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna keep the drop shadow. I'm just gonna turn the opacity down a little bit. So I want my text to be noticeable. I want my text to be simple so you guys can read it and be like, okay, beginners Photoshop. Alright, so next one. Now, right here. Now you're like, oh my god, I don't want to do the same thing what I just did to this layer. I want this same style that I had on this layer to be on this layer. So what do I do? So you say to yourself, okay, I'm lazy. I don't want to do that. Okay. Now let's say when we come back in the layers, let's go right here. Let's click this. Let's right click this. Let's just read. Let's just simply read. Where could I find to copy this layer style? Right here. Copy layer style. Let's just copy the layer style. Alright? Let's right click. Let's look. Where can we find, since I'm on this layer right here and I want this style, let's just click on this, go down. Oh look, paste layer style. What do you know? We paste the layer style right from here onto that. So I mean, it really works out, guys. You guys just when it comes to doing thumbnails and, you know, just Photoshop in general, just take your time and just read and just learn, you know, just learn from that. Just learn from just reading. That's all you guys gotta do. It's really easy. It's really easy and simple, like I said. But yeah, this is just a simple little thing. I promise, guys, I will come out with another tutorial to just more advanced. I'll go from beginner, intermediate, advanced, and I'll just show you guys how to make a great looking thumbnail. But yet again, guys, wait for the next video to come out. I don't know if it's going to be the next video, but it'll be a video soon. I will do a whole tutorial on Photoshop. An entire tutorial on every tool I have. Everything you can do, from documents to here, from, you know, filters, everything, sizes, blah blah blah. I will show you guys because it is very confusing. You just gotta find your little niche and, you know, making it better. But yeah, that's really all I got for you guys today. I mean, I guess I should show you guys how to, you know, export it and everything. So I'm gonna go do that. All right, here we go. Beginner's Photoshop. Let's go to File. If you guys want to save this image, I mean, everybody knows how to save something. You know, I'm sure you guys worked with Word documents and stuff. You know, saving your papers and stuff. So, you know, save. I want to save. And I want to save this on my desktop because it's easier to find it. It's just easy to find it. So, what I want to do, you know, I want to name it, whatever. Got my name. I'll just save it. Save it. It'll be on my desktop. So, yeah. Save. Now, in order to load this on to YouTube, you must save it, and then you must export it as an image, basically. You know, you want to export it as a PNG for YouTube, especially. Not a JPEG. Do not export this as a JPEG, but export it. So export as. Okay? And once you hit export as, a little window is going to pop up. Okay? Now, this export, when you export it and you format it into a PNG, when you format this into a PNG, it's going to create it into an image, okay? Now, YouTube won't let you import images greater than, I think, 2 megabytes. So you're going to want to, if your image is too big or whatever, if your image is too much, it has too much data, whatever, you're going to want to make it into a smaller file. It's just going to bring the bit rate down a little bit. It's not bad, trust me. It doesn't change the way, your image is going to look. It's still going to look beautiful, trust me. So create it into a small file size. It's going to bring it down a lot. Okay? You got your image size, whatever, canvas size, blah, blah, blah. You don't even really need to worry about any of this stuff. Okay? Now you got your file, so just export it. And this file will pick a location. You want to pick it on your desktop because that's the fastest way you can, get to it, whatever. You're going to know where it is. And it's exported just like that. It was really easy, to figure that out. I'm sure you guys could have figured that out on your own. But yeah. I'm sure you guys know how to load a thumbnail. I mean, it kind of shows you on YouTube, so you guys got that part. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys for this video today. I hope you guys learned a thing or two, something. It was just something easy, something you guys didn't probably know, easy ways, whatever. But you guys got it. I hope you guys liked the video. Like the video, comment, things that I missed out, whatever. Subscribe to me. I'm the man. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.